All right, go ahead.
Okay. Hey everyone, thank y'all for coming out tonight. We're just going to be talking about, or actually just answering any of your questions that you have for us tonight. So I hope you have some great questions for us. And we also just want to tell you guys about some of the events that are coming up and also go over some of the incentives. So really quick, I don't want to take up too much of the time because I want to use most of the time for your questions. But I just want to go over the events that we're having this month. The first event that's coming up next Friday, it is Friday, March 13th, and it's in Dallas at the Amberley Clubhouse, where we usually have our monthly big team meetings at. But it is in Dallas, Georgia, and it's from 6 to 9 p.m. The opportunity meetings from 6 to 7. This is a chance for you to bring out any potential customers or ambassadors that you have that can come out and taste the pink drink and hear about the products and the company. And then after that, they can leave. And then from 7 to 9, we're having our ambassador training. And there's going to be 3 of our amazing leaders. Tamara, Nicole, and Lisa are going to be here with us. So definitely try to be here for that. That's going to be lots of great training and information for us. And then on Tuesday, March 17th in Douglasville, Georgia at the Douglasville Conference Center, it's going to be 3 diamonds and a dude. This is going to be a great event. Helen McFadden, Sonia Dudley, and Susie and Chris McCall will be there. I'm excited about Susie and Chris McCall. They're very fun and very entertaining. So that's going to be a lot of fun. You can also bring your potentials out to that. And then one other one this month we have is on, or actually, no, it's not this month. It's in April. It's April 20th. It's on a Monday, and it's going to be the Plexus Spring Opportunity of a Lifetime event. And it's going to be in Atlanta at the Atlanta Marriott. Alec Clark, our Chief Marketing Officer, is going to be there from Plexus. Callie Broad is an Emerald Ambassador. Deborah Lawson, Diamond Ambassador. And Josh Pilgrim, he's an Emerald Ambassador. They will all be speaking. So that's going to be another great event you can bring potentials to. And also like a training event as well. So these are all the events that we're having this month. Definitely try to be at them. Even if you're going to be the only one and no one else on your team is going to be there, try to be there. It's important to be an example. If you're not at the event, then your team is going to think that it's okay not to go to these things as well. So definitely try to be there. They're a lot of fun, and I have really grown a lot just going to these events. So definitely try to be there. And let us know tonight if you have any questions about any of these events that I was telling you about. That's it, Cheryl.
All right, and I'm going to quickly go over our incentives that we have going on right now. We have the Going Silver incentive. We ran this one back in January. It was really good, but we're also going to open it up to all the ambassadors, even if you're currently silver or higher. And if you can sign 3 level 1 ambassadors, which would consider going silver again, you're going to qualify for that as well. And then we have our $25 incentive for getting 100 PV before the 15th. That's a drawing. And with all the ambassadors that go over 100 PV by the 15th will be entered in that. Really quick, I'm going to screen share real quick and show you the Power of 3 document, and then we're going to open it up. So let me find my document. I don't know if this is it. Nope, it didn't open. Hold on. Right here. So this is the Power of 3. I really like this document. It shows yourself, and then your level. You have 3 level 1s. There give you 5 points. That's what the number 5 is there. So a total of 15 points. And then if they each sign 3 ambassadors, that gives you a total of 45 points.
Cheryl.
Yes.
I'm not seeing that on my screen.
Hold on. Your screen sharing is paused. Oh, resume. Now, do you see this?
No, it's still showing Zoom
hold on.
free account.
One more try. Yay, nay?
There it is.
Okay. All right. Real quick, me at the top, 3 level 1s give you 5 points each. And then each of them sign 3 ambassadors. That's going to give you a total of 45 for your level 2s and 15 for your level 1s. But the further you go down, you'll see that if this is all just each ambassador reaching silver, nothing more than 3 level 1 ambassadors. But you'll see that your level 3s, level 4s, 5s, 6s, and 7s, again, they all give you points. Levels 1 through 3 are 5 points, and then it goes down from there. But you'll see the points over here that you would receive on that level. And then in the end, you have a potential of that many points. And, the average is about $2.80 up to about $3.10 maybe. But that's per point. So that's huge. Points are really a great way to increase your income and all that. So I'm going to share this on our page and all of that. But if anybody has questions on this, let us know. But
you can go diamond by doing Power 3. So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So we're going to open up the meeting now and kind of let you guys control this. And we're here to help answer questions. Everybody is muted, so I can either unmute you. I don't think it's a great idea to unmute everybody, but you can unmute yourself if you have a question.
Hey, Dodie, this is Deanna.
Hey.
What was the time for the Douglasville event on the 17th?
It's from 6:30 to 8:30.
Right here by the door at the red light.
And then what was the time on the one for April 20th?
That one's from 7 to 9.
7 to 9. Okay.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is Amy, and my question is about team building bonuses. I noticed that on Fridays I might get some money deposited into my account, like $12.50. When does, if you sign a new ambassador or your level 1 signs a new ambassador, when does that money go in? Is it 2 Fridays out or the very next Friday?
It's the following Friday, but it cuts off on Saturday. So everything from this past Saturday and that week ahead will come this Friday. And then this week from Sunday until this coming Saturday will come next Friday. Does that make sense?
Yes, because I was just getting, it's nice to get money, but I'm like, I just want to know who this is for. So I'm just trying to get it straight in my mind.
Yeah, if you pull your reports and you pull your weekly, it'll show you which ambassador and what level they are and what you got paid for them.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to unmute everybody just in case somebody doesn't know how, and then if it's too loud, I'm going to mute you guys back. All right, everybody's unmuted, so we are open for questions on anything.
This is Christy.
Okay.
When I know you guys have been talking about on Facebook, and when we post something, there are some people that comment and say they want you to send them information.
Yeah, and
What
you
Sorry. What if somebody likes your post? Do you guys try to?
Well, you should have just come back.
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I would depend. For me, it would depend on who it is. If I think that it's somebody who it depends on how many Plexus people you have, because I have a lot of Plexus people, so I don't do that anymore unless it's a personal friend of mine. Then I'll contact them. But I do contact most of them and just say, hey, I saw you like my post. Have you looked into Plexus? Have you heard much about Plexus? Kind of started out with a question, and if they're interested, they may continue to ask. But I definitely think it's a good idea to send them a message.
Okay, that's what I was kind of wondering, what exactly that you guys said to them.
Yeah, don't just assume that because they like it, they want it, but just open that conversation and just say, hey, I saw you like my post. Start like that, and don't just send them pricing or anything like that, but definitely open the conversation.
Especially if you notice it's the same person, like in a lot of your plexus things,
Yes.
someone you definitely want to see. And especially in the beginning that you're just getting started. And I have a script I'll message to you that I send to people, just something short and sweet. It doesn't give a lot of information, but it just kind of asks.
Perfect.
Have you heard of plexus? Do you want more information? Kind of something like that.
Okay. That would be great. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I think it's good kind of in the beginning and really even still to have a script that you just kind of copy and paste, because it's not, you don't spend all that time every time typing it up. Just something very generic and simple and get the conversation going. I think that's great.
Yep.
What else we got?
Okay, I guess I'll go. I've got another one. Well, I'm so new to this, I'm not really quite sure. Okay, I think when I pull my back office up and it shows in the green amount like 184.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that it's not going to auto ship my auto shipment?
Correct, unless you have it set up to is it conditionally or?
No, I have it set up just normal, like how you told me to do it when I first signed up.
Yeah, if you have it set up not to come out every month, then it will not. Once you hit $100, it will not ship out.
So if I need extra product, then I need to order that just for myself.
Yes.
Okay.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
If an ambassador signs up on the last day of the month, say it was February 28th, do they have all of March to build their business and try to work? When will their first auto shipment ship, if it were to ship?
It would be March.
Yeah,
April?
It would be March.
Or would it be like
March? If they signed up February 28th, so whatever month they sign up in, they're are you basically asking if their welcome packet or their auto qualification is going to ship out? Is that why you're asking when it ships out? So if they sign up,
right? I'm just saying, how much they have. If it's the last day of the month, then they need to get busy. Basically, is that right? To get to the $100.
They don't have to get to $100 the first month that you sign up. You don't have to get to $100.
But the first calendar month, not the first 30
month.
days. It's not 30 days. It's the calendar month. So yeah.
Okay, so
this month, if they do not have 100 PV, it
they
will
need
ship
to try to get qualified. Okay.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
How do you know what products to recommend to certain people based on conditions they might have? Like, is that just a matter of learning the products better, or is there something like actually written up, if you have such and such wrong with you, then this is the best thing for you to use?
It's all about learning, but the success plan actually has a couple pages dedicated to recommendations, depending on what that person's health condition is.
Okay.
Let me see. I believe it's page. Hold on, I'll find it for you real quick.
I've got it here beside me, so if you can
It's page 31, so product benefits and recommendations. Now, this isn't the whole list, but this gives you a general idea, depending on what they're looking for, which products to recommend to them. It's definitely a learning experience. When you're first starting out, you're definitely not going to know, but it's just learning and getting in there and researching, reading testimonies. It's just learning. And then, of course, page 31 would definitely help you, especially in the
Thank you. I've got that marked now.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I have a couple of customers that don't want to sign up to be preferred or do the retail or anything. They want me to order it. They only get a 5-day money-back guarantee because I'm actually ordering it for them, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Why, is there a reason they want to do that?
They just don't want to have the time to get on there. They would rather me just do it and call them and tell them when it comes in.
Is it somebody that you can really trust?
Mm-hmm.
If I were you, I would set them up an account as a customer.
Okay.
Purchase it that way. They won't get your discount. I don't know if you're discounting
Right.
giving them your price, but that way they do have that customer account set up.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you can trust that you're going to receive their payment and things like that.
Okay.
But
Um,
it's up to you if you want to do preferred or retail. Because if you do preferred and it auto ships, then you're going to be paying for it unless they pay for
right.
it. Mhm.
Okay. And then I have another one. What do you say to someone when you know they need the triplex, but they just insist on not getting it? Is there a better way that I can try to tell them that they really need it? I mean, they're not wanting to, they're looking at the cost of it instead of like the benefits of it.
Yeah, that's hard because you can't really push it because, again, it's their money. But especially if money's the issue, if the money's the problem, you can start off without the cleanse. The probiotic is going to be the big one. So if they want to start with a slim and probiotic and they'll probably notice that they're feeling good, then you can kind of introduce the cleanse a little bit easier and maybe it won't be so hard for them to buy at that point.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And another way to do that, Tabitha, is instead of saying, it's $124.95 for the triplex, you could maybe break it down into weekly costs and daily costs. A lot of people, when they hear that number, that weekly cost or that daily cost number, it kind of changes the whole entire aspect of it for them. They're like, oh, it's only $25 a week? Really? I spend that on 12 packs of Coke and Starbucks and whatever, or $3.50 to $5 a day. I mean, it kind of just helps them to kind of look at it in a different way rather than that whole big amount. So maybe kind of go about it that way with them. But yeah, I agree with Cheryl as well. Have them start with just maybe one product, one or two products, and then just if they love the products, add in more later on.
Another thing too with the triplex, depending on the problem, we don't always have to suggest slim. We kind of want to, but the probiotic and the cleanse are great by themselves as well. So you kind of have to, it's case by case and what the customer is able to do, but and what the issues are.
And that's what, $50, if that.
Yeah.
I mean, that that sounds a lot better than the other way as well.
Right.
I agree.
Anyone else have questions?
This is Stephanie's question. She wrote, will Plexus help level liver enzyme levels?
Dodie, do you know that for sure?
I don't know it for sure. What did she ask to slim? Is that what her question was? Or just Plexus? What was her question?
Just Plexus.
Just Plexus. I would believe so. I mean, it is a regulator, and that helps to regulate your lipids and your cholesterol and your blood sugar. So I'm wanting to say yes, it will help to regulate that, but I do not know that.
Search that on the testimony page.
Yeah, we'll have to research that one
for a definite.
Yeah.
This is Christy again. I could have swore I saw somebody post a picture or not an advertisement, but a picture or something about Plexus being gluten-free. And I know several people that are, they want everything to be gluten-free. So do you know where I can find something like that so that I can promote it a little bit more? Or do y'all know anything about that?
I believe it's in the question and answers in your back office.
Oh, okay.
Like basic questions and answers. You'll find it'll have that.
Yeah, it'll be like a copy and paste, but it's back there. Or you could send them the link so they could personally see it on our website themselves. But yeah,
I know people now a lot of people have that issue.
That's kind of one of our big things, actually, because there's a lot of people that are gluten-free now. So it's really good. Does everybody know how to pull their financials reports? Is anybody having issues finding their financials reports in the back office?
I don't think I have any to pull yet.
It won't be long.
Nicole, I was pulling up testimonies. Sorry. I was pulling up testimonies, and I just typed in liver enzymes, and there are quite a few that come up.
That's what I was looking at. I've read that it lowers the enzyme.
Anyone else have questions?
I've got one more.
Uh-huh.
It's about posting on social media. What ratio do you do comparing posting about Plexus for the target of getting more customers as compared to getting ambassadors? Like, I feel like I want to inform my audience about Plexus, but if it's all join my team, I'm afraid I'm missing my audience. So how do you balance that?
I personally would say go with your heart. You know what your audience is like, and I don't like to push the business side too much. I mean, I like to post some things, but I don't want it to sound salesy. But
Right.
I would really just go with your feeling on that. And if you have customers it's really more for your customers, because you don't really want somebody who hasn't really tried the product. But here, that's just going to be personal for me. Dodie, what do you think?
I agree. Anytime I'm posting, I try to follow my heart, whatever, I don't know, whatever I'm just trying to get across, I guess. And a lot of it goes down to, what are your goals for the month? Are you really pushing for 3 new ambassadors? Or are you looking for more sales, more customers? If you're leaning towards more customers, you're going to have more posts on the products and the benefits and testimonies. If you're looking to add more people to your team, then you may do more ambassador type posts. For me, my ratio per month is probably 75%.
Yeah, it's not much.
Posting about the products and maybe 25%. I don't share a lot about the business, but it's something that also comes with time. The more comfortable you get in sharing with others about joining your team, the more you'll feel comfortable with posting things like that. So my ratio is probably 75-25, around that, maybe more for the products, but it just depends. Are you wanting to build your team more? Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
I was just trying to think of it from the other side before I was joining Plexus, and I'm trying to think when I first saw, join my team, and how did that make me feel? Did that,
right?
Yeah. I just have to remember that.
A lot of times they say to read your post out loud and see what it sounds like to you before you post it. And if it sounds a certain way to you, it's most likely going to sound the same to your audience. So that was something that I had talked about a couple months. I don't know when that meeting was that I did about branding, but it's all on what you want your style to be. If you want it to be network marketing and you want to push that side of the whole thing, or the MLM, then that's fine. That's just your customers or your audience, or they're going to see you as that. But just do what's right for you. For me, I pretty much only share the business side when I'm sharing an excitement for myself.
Right.
So, yay! I just got my weekly paycheck or, whatever. Just whatever I'm experiencing is what I share. I personally don't really use it as a selling.
And then they naturally come to you because of all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Another thing is going back to making your post personal. Also go back to even if you're sharing somebody else's business testimony, a lot of times if you make it personal and kind of share about how it affects you or benefits others in a testimony about the business. And like Cheryl said, when you get a promotion, my hardest thing with this was sounding braggy. I'm not one to post about bragging on myself. That was so hard. But I think Cheryl posted something today or yesterday about that's what people expect to see on Facebook. Like, they want to know what's going on in your personal life. And they expect to see braggy type posts. Even if it's your children or your pets, this is Plexus, and, we love it. We're passionate about it. So, I know we all, in our posts, we don't sound braggy at all, but that was the hardest part for me to post about that.
You have to remember, too, that our Facebook family, they know us personally, or they kind of should, because they're your friends on Facebook. So they know you, and they know your heart. So they know if it's like Dodie might post something, and then another ambassador on our team that has a different personality might post the same thing, and it just doesn't seem right because it's not that person. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So that's the big thing about really making all of your posts personal. And it's my thing I said the other day, like, it's perfect to copy and paste. I do it all the time, but make sure you somehow put a personal touch on it so they can see that it was from you and not just this random generated thing that posted on your page. If you're posting on a garage sale site or somewhere that is not personal to you, then you don't have to worry about that so much, but especially on your personal social media stuff.
Oh, and another thing I just thought of too is, I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me when somebody says, I've got a quota, I've got to have 2 more people join my team, or I've got to reach 5, I need 1 more sale to get me to my sales. Yeah, that, I don't know. That does sound way salesy.
It doesn't show that you care about them.
It doesn't.
Like
it really,
you.
Exactly. It's putting it more on you. So I would definitely stray away from asking people to, help you out in that way. I need 1 more person. That never sets right with me. It sounds way too pushy and salesperson-like.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Anyone else?
We got about, 7 more minutes?
Anybody struggling with anything?
Any questions about any of the incentives we have going on this month?
I think, unfortunately, I don't know enough about the commission part of it to ask questions. I'm still a little confused on all of that.
Confusing for you? The whole thing?
I didn't hear you.
What's confusing for you? Have you not?
I just need to sit down and look at it more, I think, because I'm not sure how the point system works and all that.
Yeah. The points are really kind of the most confusing thing because it's so different, but it really is the biggest thing. In the end, that's really what's going to benefit you the most further on down the road.
Well, and speaking of, I guess that one question I have is, I'm an ambassador. So if I go in and I order some Slim, does that go towards my money, whatever you want to call it?
It does. Anything once you reach $100, so your orders, your customers' orders, or a combination of both, it's counted towards your commission. So you get paid commission on that as well.
So basically I'm buying it at wholesale, but I'm also getting a commission on top of it too.
Exactly.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when it comes up in the green, and say in the green it says 150, are you getting paid on 150 or just on the 50?
Just on the 50. We don't get paid on the first 100.
Gotcha.
Now, do you understand why we don't get paid on the first 100?
That goes somewhere, but I don't remember.
That first 100 goes to Plexus. It's what helps to make the product. It keeps the lights on, pays, payroll there, and it's also what goes, helps, pay the pay point as well.
Okay.
Trying to think what else we can talk about. Even if you don't have a question, but if you want us to discuss something, let me know.
And okay, then in the points. So if you have over 100, you're going to get paid on that a percentage, either 15 or 25%. But then if somebody or myself orders Slim, what did I see where it was like $5 or $10 or $15, something like that? What is that?
That's the preferred bonus. So if you order it preferred, or if you have your customer order preferred, you get a bonus on top of your commission.
So if I order it, I don't get the preferred. Is that right?
Correct.
Not if you order it wholesale.
Yes.
I order my stuff preferred, especially if I want it auto shipped every month. It ends up being about the same, but I just like getting extra. That bonus of the preferred.
So I know some people sign their spouses and things like that up. Which is it better to order at wholesale or to sign your spouse up as a preferred and order your stuff that way?
I would look at the order and look at the bonus for it. It really is like a $2 difference. Like, it's not much at all. So it depends if you want to have the guarantee for whatever reason. Again, the ambassadors don't have the money back guarantee on wholesale.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. So then if somebody were wanting you to keep it in stock per se, then you'd be better off to do a preferred account?
Yeah, if they want to receive it every single month and they don't want to run out of products, I would recommend doing preferred, because if they order on the 3rd of the month, it's going to order on the 3rd of the month every month, and they're going to have it before they run out of products. So I would tell them to do preferred. I mean, they're going to have that money back guarantee. Is that what it means?
No, sort of what I'm asking is, I'm kind of like the other lady who was my boss at work, for example. She is like, I don't want to get on the computer. I don't want to deal with it. I just want you to get it for me, and I want you to bring it to work with you.
Gotcha.
So I was thinking, so if I set Jimmy up a preferred account, I had it on hand and just sold it to her, that would still have a 60-day guarantee, because it basically is going under his name.
Yeah, if you do it that way, I mean, it would still be considered his product.
Just be careful with buying them at wholesale for customers, even like keeping it in stock, things like you were saying, because if for some reason Plexus questions why you have so much wholesale, you have to have receipts for those sales, because they want to make sure, because we're not doing eBay, we're not doing Amazon, things like that. They want to make sure that you're actually giving those to customers.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on how many you're buying, if you're buying 2 packs, they're not going to question that. But if you're buying 8 packs a month, they may be like, what, I don't know. If it ever was questioned, they could audit you and ask for receipts for those sales.
Right.
I believe if you need a receipt, there is some in the resources tab in the back office.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking it would be better for, if she doesn't want to get on the computer and do it, I thought about telling her, I'll set you up an account. It's preferred and it'll ship to you every month, period.
Yeah, I do that a lot for people. A lot of the older people,
yes,
they really like me doing that for them. So, I mean, yeah, that's definitely a way to do it.
You just sit there with them and set the account up with their information.
Yeah.
Then that way they know it every month it's going to ship to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I make sure that I write down their password and everything because they don't, keep up
They'll
with
forget.
I kind of keep up with that stuff for them as well.
Yeah.
So, it helps them out.
Yeah, I understand.
Our customers can call customer service as well